I joined the Simmons organization on their board of directors in the late 1990s. And at that time, Tommy had turned Simmons around. It was doing extremely well. We were growing throughout the state. And he and I got to be really, really good friends during that period of time.
In 2015, when I had retired from my job as an educator in education, I saw an article in the newspaper where they were going to start this initiative of citizens coming together, working together to put in place a plan to help move the community forward. That's when I started seeing Tommy May on a regular basis. I didn't know who he was, whether we could trust each other or not, and we said that to each other. And so from that day moving forward, we just have developed this embracing relationship. It's almost like I feel like he's family.
For Tommy, I always say this about Tommy, that in every encounter I've ever had with Tommy, you get the full Tommy. You get the head, you get the brain, you get the intelligence, the business acumen, the tough questions that he brings, but you always get his heart too. And you get his compassion, and you get his kindness, and you get his caring for others, especially those who work on the front lines.
Tommy was instrumental in expanding Simmons' footprint in Arkansas, particularly to northwest Arkansas, taking advantage of that. And I recall specifically the opportunities we had with regard to FDIC failed banks back in the 2008-2009 era. Thanks to Tommy's leadership, Simmons Bank was one of the strongest balance sheet banks in the country. A lot of that has to do with Tommy's leadership. We were able to use the capital that we had built up to acquire some failed banks. That's how we got into the St. Louis market, into the Springfield market, into the Wichita market, into the Kansas City market. So Tommy was very opportunistic. It wasn't completely wide open during his tenure, but when that opportunity arose, he took advantage of it.
What he's taught me as a leader is that no matter what, your goal is to always make a difference. And that's what he does. He's intentional. He's very intentional in making sure that what he does, he considers all angles of it. He'll consider things that we may not even think about. He examines, and then he thinks about the consequences of every decision that is made.
The greatest thing that I've learned from Tommy is just the power and the importance of a positive attitude. Not only how it can help lift yourself up, personally and professionally, but how it can help lift up others as well, and how you can help people with the attitude to see and believe in things about themselves that they didn't see about themselves.
Tommy outworks just about anybody. Well, he still has the same haircut he had when he was a Marine. So the self-discipline that he has built into his lifestyle is unlike almost anything I've ever seen.
People are going to see him as the Iron Man, the man who wouldn't stop, the man who would not give up, the man who kept moving forward against any and all odds. And I think that people will see him as one who embraced this state, the entire state, with a care, a love, and support like none other.
Well, in banking, every day we have the opportunity to evaluate our customers' ideas and decide whether we think they're going to be successful or not. It's that entrepreneurship that our banking industry helps to support. Tommy's lived it his entire life as a banker. It's to encourage entrepreneurship, take a chance, but manage that risk. And Tommy does a great job with that.
On top of Tommy's mind was really the generation, probably under age of 30. And he had been thinking a lot of it then and about education and about the opportunities for them as they advance in their career, and how important it is for businesses, whether it be employers or others, to really to adapt to them and make them feel welcome, and to make them feel as important as consumers and as employees, and to recognize they're our future and that we need to invest in them. I can think of nobody who's done more to protect and promote the American ideal of free enterprise than Tommy May.